Hello and welcome. I am Eric Haslam, CEO of BHI. Here at BHI, we believe in safety. For over 20 years, BHI has been committed to providing a safe and healthy workplace for all of its teammates. You can trust our commitment to safety by our proven record. We have an obligation to our clients, our families, and ourselves to carry out our daily duties with the utmost regard for safety. Our ultimate goal is zero injuries, illnesses, and incidents, and we achieve it through mutual respect, intelligent action, and cooperative effort in education, engineering, dedication, and enforcement. There is no task, job, or timeline so urgent as to compromise the health and safety of our teammates. We want all of our teammates to go home safely every night. We expect you to do your part and become a part of our safety culture. Before starting any task, pause for a moment to evaluate what you are doing and choose the safest method to complete the task. Always wear the required PPE and any additional PPE required for specific tasks being performed. Remember that you have the authority and the obligation to stop any task or operation if you have any safety concerns. BHI safety policy is that we expect zero unsafe conditions and behaviors, fostering a culture and climate where safety is second nature to our managers and employees, helping us achieve our long-standing goal of zero injuries and illnesses. Developing safe habits, behaviors, and practices is the only way in which safety can become inherent, and we can maintain an operational climate that reflects our safety culture. Our entire organization trains on, communicates, lives, and breathes our safety culture. Safety is the foundational value which upholds each of the BHI core values. Safety culture starts with me.
I believe in safety.
I expect zero unsafe conditions and behaviors.
Safety starts with me.
I have the authority and responsibility to stop the job.
Safety culture starts with me.
Welcome to BHI's Team EHS Orientation, where you will be informed of the necessary requirements to work safely on BHI projects. BHI's mission is to provide our customers with the highest level of service and deliver a genuinely superior experience in every interaction. You are a part of our team and our mission to provide the best and safest experience possible. BHI has 4 core values: reputation, teamwork, service, and growth. We value our trade partners as members of our team, and these 4 core values are a part of the BHI experience on every project. We believe in reputation. We are world-class, honest, hardworking people who hold safety as our top priority. We are proud to be a part of something special and believe that our reputation is only as good as our last job. We believe in teamwork. We are strongest when we work together as a team. We hold in high regard the following attributes in our teammates: communication, integrity, trust, respect, diversity, patience, performance, competence, commitment, and loyalty. We firmly believe that there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. We believe in service. We work hard for the betterment of our clients, our teammates, and our communities. We believe in growth. We strive to grow both professionally and personally. We constantly look for ways to innovate, improve processes, and challenge the status quo. As a member of our team, we hope that those core values become a part of your professional value system as well. We care about BHI employees and our trusted partners. Interactions with our customers and teammates will supersede expectations. To accomplish this, we pledge ourselves to the following. We live our core values. We are a world-class, honest, and hardworking group of people. We hold safety as a top priority and as the foundational value on which our 4 core values rest. We only provide workmanship of the highest quality. We give back to the communities in which we work. We handle our business transaction with the utmost of ethics. We build our business on strong relationships. When you work with BHI, the outcome speaks for itself. BHI safety policy is that we expect zero unsafe conditions and behaviors in each of our industries, fostering a culture and climate where safety is second nature to our managers and our employees, helping us achieve our long-standing goal of zero injuries, illnesses, and incidents. BHI's business strategy includes unique industries, each requiring a unique and adaptive safety approach, individualized safety improvement plans, and safety-trained leaders. Safe and quality operation is not just what we do, it is who we are, and no job is so important nor order so urgent that we compromise the health and safety of our employees, our clients, or those around us. Employees in each division and at all levels will adhere to the highest standards to provide and maintain a safe and healthy work environment. This will only be achieved through intelligent action and cooperative effort through education, engineering, and enforcement. Each of us at BHI has an obligation to ourselves, our families, and our clients to carry out our duties with the greatest regard for safety. To fulfill our core purpose of blessing the lives of as many families as possible, health and safety cannot be compromised. Developing safe habits, behaviors, and practices is the only way in which safety can become inherent, and we can maintain an operational climate that reflects our safety culture. Safety is the foundational value that upholds each of BHI's core values. As a member of our project team, it is important for you to understand not just the industry standards in regard to safety, but to understand BHI's expectations for safety in our partnership. Regardless of your company size and location and what industries you have served, we want you to know and understand our expectations in regard to safe work performance. Whether you have worked for us previously or this is a new partnership, we want you to know that we value your time, expertise, and your efforts towards a workplace free from unsafe conditions and unsafe behaviors. Communication is extremely important when conveying safety-related concerns of the job. Safety is communicated for worksite conditions, equipment and tools, tasks, and behaviors. When safe work practices or guidelines are communicated, we expect them to be documented and provided to anyone it affects. The Job Safety Analysis, or JSA, is required on every project daily for every contractor and is an important tool to communicate the steps of a job task, the associated hazards of each step, and the mitigation actions to be able to work safely. Safety meetings or toolbox talks discussing work tasks and the associated hazards of the work are very important for work crews. Site safety assessments are an essential tool in identifying and eliminating workplace hazards. As BHI expects zero unsafe conditions and behaviors, we require our contractors to help us in this effort by conducting daily hazard recognition assessments or a site safety assessment. If and when you find a hazardous condition, correct the hazard if possible, and then report the noted hazard to BHI management so we can ensure that the hazard has been properly mitigated. Take pictures if possible. Stop work if there is an immediate risk or imminent danger situation. If you cannot correct the hazard, inform BHI management so that we can work together on correcting it as soon as possible. Your trade and tasks may require you to complete a permit, checklist, or inspection. This includes trenching and excavation checklists, harness inspections, lockout-tagout permits, hot work permits, equipment startup, confined space permits, etc. These are required due to the higher risk these tasks present to our employees. If you don't know if your task requires these permits, please reach out to us and we can guide you through those requirements. A near miss is defined as an undesirable event that could have resulted in an injury, operational incident, or property damage under slightly different conditions of timing, space, position, or sequence of events. The difference between a near miss and an incident is that a near miss almost happened and an incident did happen. An example would be if a person fell off a ladder, even if they were not injured and nothing broke, there was an impact made. This would be an incident, versus somebody that almost fell off of a ladder. These should be reported as they happen, and steps should be made to ensure similar events don't occur moving forward. All near misses and incidents must be reported to your BHI representative on site. Reporting incidents, especially injuries, is critical and required. The first notification will be to BHI's project management. The contractor will then need to investigate the event and provide BHI with the investigation and root cause analysis results. We will want to know the description of the event in detail, what controls and mitigations will be put into place to correct the issue, and if there were disciplinary actions involved. The employee or employees directly involved in the incident cannot come back to work until a drug test has been conducted at the expense of the contractor. Per our work agreements, all contractors must submit their project-specific EHS plans that detail their scope of work, emergency response, specific tasks with associated hazards and mitigations, and many other items detailing how your team will work safely on site. It is your team's responsibility to have reviewed your plan and to know the details of it. The next section covers general safety policies. Policy or not, we expect all contractors to follow the basic tenets of the law, whether under the Mine Safety and Health Administration, or MSHA, or the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA. Regulatory laws and company policies are designed to protect employees from harm. BHI field employees and contractors are required to properly wear specific personal protective equipment, or PPE, daily. PPE is your last control or last line of personal defense should all other controls fail. Your daily PPE includes a hard hat, safety-toed boots, ANSI-approved safety glasses, and an appropriate pair of gloves for the task being performed. This PPE is required for all contractors during all phases of the job. Depending on your assignment and task and the associated hazards, you will be required to don necessary and specific PPE. Such PPE may include hearing protection, double hearing protection, face shields, dust masks, fire-resistant clothing, and others. Personal protective equipment is an expectation, not a suggestion. If stopped by a member of the BHI team, whether in operations or safety, to don certain PPE that is required, you must correct the deficiency immediately. Repeated violations of this standard may lead to a formal notice given to your employer. Every one of our employees and contractors has the authority to stop any job if they feel it is unsafe, if an unsafe hazard or condition appears, or they don't understand the steps moving forward. Nobody can be disciplined for stopping the job. We want you to know that we support your right to feel safe and work safely. Above and beyond your authority and right to stop any unsafe job, you have the responsibility and obligation to stop work that can have a negative and devastating consequence to health and life for you and your coworkers. Too many people have gotten injured because they were too afraid to speak up. Stop work is supported by all of our BHI core values, including teamwork, reputation, service, and growth. If anyone remains silent during an unsafe act or the appearance of an unsafe condition, they become culpable in the event of an incident and could carry that with them for a lifetime. Every employee is a valued member of the team and should be physically, emotionally, and mentally prepared to show up, ready to work. Showing up on time, rested, and in possession of the appropriate tools, work attire, and personal protective equipment is an expectation of all employees. Being fit for duty means that you are able to perform your job responsibilities in a safe, productive, and quality manner during your entire shift. You are not to report to work in a manner that could endanger yourself or a coworker. If you recognize that you are not able to function safely in the work environment, you need to communicate this directly to your supervisor. Drugs and alcohol are incompatible with our core values and with industry standards. Employees and contractors are subject to random drug and alcohol testing, post-incident drug and alcohol testing, and reasonable suspicion drug and alcohol testing. Where alcohol has the potential to remain in the body up to 16 hours after consumption, employees should avoid coming into work hungover as they still may be impaired. When working in excavations, certain rules apply. A ramp or the use of straight ladders or extension ladders are required on all trenches over 4 feet in depth. The excavation competent person shall determine what protective measures or methods shall be used for excavations deeper than 5 feet. All soils on the site are to be classified as Type C, requiring a sloping ratio of 1.5 to 1, and benching is not permitted. Spoil piles at excavations or trenches are to be set back from the edge of the excavation or trench at a minimum of 2 feet, sloped away from the excavation or trench. All holes of 12 inches in diameter or more are to be protected on the site. Protection can be in the form of covers on structures, orange fence set back 6 feet from the hole, caution tape set back 6 feet from the hole, or plywood with the words "Danger" hole spray painted on the plywood can be placed over the hole with a sandbag or rod to stabilize the plywood. Hot work shall be conducted in a safe area. If this cannot be achieved, a hot work permit must be completed and rigorously adhered to. BHI management shall determine if an area is safe for hot work. A lockout and tagout system shall be required in all circumstances where electrical, steam, air, hydraulic, chemical, stored energy, or other types of energy may endanger personnel and/or equipment. These requirements are established to prevent injuries to employees and contractors and/or damage to property resulting from accidental startup, energy release, and material flow while servicing machinery, equipment, or electrical circuits and components. The requirements pertain to all employees and/or contractors that either apply individual personal locks and tags or, as a group, utilize a lockbox. Housekeeping expectations include, but are not limited to, the following. If smoking is permitted, smoking shall be performed only in designated areas to be indicated on site. All cigarette butts or smoking waste material shall be disposed of in proper waste receptacles. The surrounding landscape may be susceptible to fire, so great precaution must be taken by all workers to minimize the chance of fire caused by construction activities or personnel. Trash and construction waste shall not be left on site and shall be disposed of in proper receptacles, hauled off site on a regular basis, and disposed of in accordance with local laws. The project site shall be always kept as clean as possible, with construction debris hauled away as frequently as necessary, and materials stored in designated areas and in an orderly manner. All areas, equipment, tools, and safety equipment shall be kept clean and free of obstructions. Tools shall be placed so as not to create hazards during and after use. Hand and power tools shall be kept in good condition with guards in place, cords free of nicks, and repairs made properly. The Job Safety Analysis or JSA report forms shall be always kept on site. These JSA forms shall be used prior to beginning new or potentially hazardous tasks. Only trained employees who have been designated by their company are authorized to operate mobile equipment. Mobile equipment shall be inspected before use. Any condition that affects the safe operation of that specific mobile equipment shall be reported to the operator's supervisor for corrective action and shall keep the mobile equipment from being operated until the unsafe condition is corrected. Mobile equipment shall be operated at a speed that is consistent with the type of equipment being operated, roadway conditions, grades, clearance, visibility, and other traffic. Mobile equipment shall be operated in the manner in which it was designed and intended for. Mobile equipment shall be equipped with seat belts and be utilized by the operator when in use. Fire extinguishers are required on all mobile equipment and inspected per regulation. Mobile equipment shall have a working signal alarm while backing up. The following are rules to consider when determining who has the right of way. Large vehicles have the right of way over smaller vehicles. Loaded vehicles have the right of way over unloaded vehicles. Vehicles with booms, up or extended, such as boom trucks, aerial lifts, and forklifts, have the right of way over those that are down. All foot traffic must yield to equipment. Foot traffic must never assume an operator can see you. Make 100% sure you contact that equipment operator prior to entering his workspace. Making eye contact is not sufficient communication between those on foot and equipment operators. BHI employees and contractors work in all kinds of environments and can be subject to extremely cold weather in the winter and extremely hot weather in the summer. You should be prepared to work in both conditions and everything in between. Hydration is one of the most important things you can do during any season and is easy to forget in the colder weather. Ensure you get plenty of water while working. During the winter, you need to make sure you dress appropriately for the weather, which means considering having multiple layers. Safety-toed shoes, steel or composite, are still a requirement. Consider getting a pair of boots that will provide protection from the cold as well. Gloves often get wet and cold in the winter. Consider having a couple pairs on you to keep your hands dry. Risk of working in cold weather include hypothermia and frostbite. Make sure you speak up if you experience any symptoms and get out of the cold. Considerations for hot weather are no different. Your type of clothing should be consistent with hotter weather conditions. In hot weather, make sure you are getting the fluids you need and monitor your body for symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Speak up if you need a break or some shade. If your company uses any types of chemicals, you must present a safety data sheet or SDS and keep it on site for each chemical you bring and use on the project. Your team needs to be properly trained on these chemicals and how to use them. Know the emergency number in your area. It may not always be 911. Call the proper emergency number in case of life-threatening serious illness or injury such as heart attack, stroke, unconsciousness, amputation, etc. Notify BHI management immediately after addressing the immediate situation. BHI and management will assist with any emergency. We expect zero. We expect effort toward making our projects safe by eliminating or controlling unsafe conditions and behaviors to ensure everyone goes home safely. Zero is the only acceptable goal to have. You are a key piece in making sure we can keep our project free from unsafe conditions and behaviors, ultimately sending everyone home safe and providing a product to the client without delay brought about by investigations and other measures. Please take this training seriously as well as safety on our projects. If you see something that could harm others or affect the project, please speak up. Pay attention to the area around you and make it safe for others who may come into your workspace. Welcome to BHI.